is in the trading method section for binary options. Most of you probably already know how to do this, but there's always 2 or 3 people that come along that this is all very brand new to them, and so I'm going to walk you through setting up the charts. It's a simple process. First thing you need to have is an MT4 platform. Now you're not going to be trading binary options off the MT4 platform, but we're going to be using the platform and some indicators simply to spot trades. And once you spot the trade, then you jump over to your binary options platform and place a trade. I'll do another video on how to trade off a binary options platform. That'll be over in the other module where we discuss that in more detail. So for starters, you want to have a chart open. Here we have the Euro USD. It's a 1-hour chart. The first thing we want to do is change that to a 15-minute chart, which we do by right-clicking. When we right-click, we get the little drop-down box that opens. You come over here to periodicity. Opens up another box with several options. We choose 15 minutes. Click on that. Now we have, as you can see, a Euro USD minute 15 chart. The next thing we want to do, since the default setting for the MT4 platform is a bar chart, we want to change these to candlesticks, which we do again by right-clicking on the chart. Actually, let me bring it up here a little farther since you might not be able to see that. Okay, come down here to Properties, right-click on, or just left-click on Properties. That opens up another option here. We have a colors option. I just leave it the way it comes as default because I don't care. If you want to change the colors, feel free to experiment, do whatever you want. But under the Common tab, what you want to do is over here where it says Bar Chart, you can see there's a little blue dot and the radio button next to it. Click the button on Candlesticks and change that to a candlestick chart. If you want Chart Shift, I actually like Chart Shift. It moves everything off of the far right-hand side of the chart, and the current candle is about 1/3 of the way off the right-hand side. It's easier for me to see and pay attention to. You don't have to do that. Always make sure you're on auto scroll, though. Otherwise, you're going to have to manually move the charts around, and that's a huge pain. But auto scroll should be checked as a default as well. But once you have it changed to candlesticks, click OK. We now have candlesticks up. You can't really see it, but we won't worry about it right now until we have the indicators loaded. The next thing we want to do is we want to add an indicator to the list. Now at the very top of your MetaTrader platform, there is a button that says Insert. You click on Insert, and the first option is Indicators. You drag your mouse over Indicators. That will open another box up with some other options. You go to the very bottom where it says Custom, which you can't really see because it's a small screen, unfortunately. I'm sorry. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add an RSI. Now you can also get to the RSI by clicking on the Oscillators option, which I have done, and you can see right down here is the Relative Strength Index. That's the RSI. We're going to click on that. It's going to give us some options, most of which I'm going to leave alone, except here where it says period. The default setting is 14. We're going to change that to a 4. Just do that by highlighting it and then just clicking on the number 4. We'll change that to a 4. Click OK. And now you'll see you have a RSI here. Now one thing I want to do, I'm sorry, there was one other thing we wanted to do on that. So let me go ahead and click on the indicators list. I want to bring back the RSI options here. It comes with some of them come with no levels, some of them come with defaults of 30 and 70. I want to ditch any other levels that are in there and set my own, which you do by highlighting and clicking delete. I'm going to add levels of 25, 50, and 75, and click OK, and then click close on that indicator button. You can now see I have levels here of 25, 50, and 75. I'm also going to add to this now a stochastics indicator. Again, you click on the insert button at the top of the screen, highlight the indicator section, will bring up custom. You can also use the oscillators option as well. Find the stochastic oscillator. It comes with default settings of 5, 3, and 3. We're going to leave those alone. That's fine. That's what I want. And now we have a stochastic oscillator down here at the bottom as well. The last two things I'm going to add are the custom indicators that I included with this package for you. One of them is the FIBO-PIV. The other one is a what's called B clock modified. It's a countdown clock on the chart. Now you go back up, click Insert Indicators under Custom. You look for FIBO-PIV. You click on FIBO-PIV. You just click OK. There's nothing you need to add to that. Once you do that, you should see a blue line, which is your pivot level, and then you'll see 3 green lines, which are resistance, and 3 red lines, which are support. You may not see them all on the chart at one time, but if you were to drag the chart down just by right-clicking or left-clicking and holding and dragging down on the chart, you can see that all of the lines are there. But we want to move the chart back up to sort of its normal size right now. Now, last thing, like I said, I'm going to add is the B clock modified. That is also in your package. It's under the it's in there with the FIBO-PIV. Load it up same way you do the FIBO-PIV. You don't need to make any changes. Click OK, and this tells you essentially how much time is left on each 15-minute candle, which is handy. I mean, if you don't want to use it, you don't have to. For me, I can tell at a glance where I'm at, and I like that. Now we're going to zoom in a few candles worth, and then you can get a better view of what's going on here. One more zoom in. There we go. All right. So when you're done, you should have candles. You should have a FIBO-PIV line somewhere up here. You can find it. There will be your countdown clock, and then you'll have the RSI and you'll have the stochastics. And this is what your chart should look like by the time you're done. Now, what you can do once you load up one, if you'll right-click on the chart, find template from the options, you can come up here and you can choose Save Template. Okay, now I actually have saved template. I call it the binary template, but if you don't have that, you can just type in a file name, click Save, and that will save this template for you. And now when you load up any other charts, all you have to do is just do right-click, choose Template, and then choose Binary, and it will automatically load the entire chart up for you in one click. You do not need to go worry about doing settings or changing the RSI to 4 or the rest of that. It will automatically do that for you. So anyway, that's all there is to it. It's a pretty simple process, and if you follow that, you'll have your chart set up in no time. And so that's the conclusion of this video. I'll be back in a moment. We'll talk, or back in the next video rather, and we'll talk about how to use this information to spot trades. So see you in the next video.